As many of you know, I have been looking for jobs this summer, and specifically internships related to teaching or children or something. I applied to a bunch of places, got 3 interviews at first after applying to like 5 places, and I interviewed for every single one. I thought each one went well, but I think there was something I did wrong. And I didn't get any of them. All of them were like, due to the high competitiveness of whatever, we blah blah blah, yeah, basically rejected me. um it was hard because honestly it would have been a lot of fun, I think, and I would have learned a lot about teaching because some of them were like, you learn to teach and there's like this master teacher that kind of teaches you and guides you, and another one was Breakthrough at Minnesota, and there was a summer camp in Michigan. um I did apply after, and I didn't make this mistake that I'll tell you in a minute, and I got the job like immediately. I don't know if that's because they were desperate or if I didn't have a chance to screw up, but I got the job and I think I'll be taking it. Um, yeah. But basically, what I had done wrong in the first 3 was that when they asked questions about hardships and stuff, I mentioned like what happened to me, like because of mental health. And I feel like that's a big taboo in the work force, I guess. You're not supposed to say anything about mental health or anything that you went through or that you're going through, because then they'll be like, oh, well, we don't want you to work for us, sort of thing. And I'm not sure if that's the only reason, but I guess I'll never know because it's not like I'm gonna ask them, and even if I did, they wouldn't tell me the truth if it was, so there's really no reason to anyway. But yeah, never mention anything about mental health in a interview. If they ask you like what a challenge was that you had, never mention anything about that. That was my mistake, and I wish I could go back and kind of change it. um this is funny, but I was having this little fantasy of like, getting a second shot under a different name. And that was like, if I were to get married and, you know, dye my hair blonde and go by, Cynthia Vaness, and just like get the job that I wanted. That'd be crazy if I got it and didn't mention anything about mental health. That would have just been like my little social test. But yeah. So basically, don't do what I did. Don't mention mental health. And I know that should have been obvious to me because I've heard people say it before, but I wanted to learn it the hard way, obviously. Um, but yeah, it was not fun at all not getting those jobs. And I heard from them one after another, like, sorry, we don't have a place for you here. Sorry, we went with other people. And it's just like, anyway, that is my quick little thing, I guess. Don't mention anything about your mental health struggles. Don't mention anxiety, bipolar, depression, anything, because that just makes you a liability in the eyes of the company, I feel like. And it's just like, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah. Can't stress that enough because, I mean, my boyfriend has experienced this too. He was like, he would mention stuff about anxiety and then he wouldn't get a job, and then he didn't mention anything and he got the job immediately, and then yeah, it's this whole big thing. I think that there's a stigma and there's not much we can do to get rid of it until, everybody has a sort of problem. You kind of have to pick and choose between, people that you actually want to work for you, not based on mental health stuff. Again, I don't know if this was like the real reason why I wasn't accepted to any of these places, but I honestly thought the interviews went pretty well. Um, I don't know, maybe there were better people, maybe there were people that I didn't mention mental health so much, but ugh, I regret it. Yeah, well, I guess better luck next time. It's good to get these experiences out of the way before I actually start looking for a job and not just the summer thing. But yeah, that's it for today's video, I guess. Comment on any of your experiences, on this video. Anything that you have, share this video with anyone that is looking for a job, is trying to get interviews. Maybe they're doing something wrong. Yeah, and like, subscribe if you haven't. See you guys next time.